Hey guys, welcome back to Yume Nikki. My name is Rex, and we left off with Poop Hair. That's when we got Poop Hair. And there was actually a little area in Poop Hair land that I didn't go to, and there was actually a specific reason for that. It's because I didn't have the midget effect, which we're actually going to get right now. So you hear him bouncing around there, and he should be somewhere over here. Let's see if I can find him. And it's a good idea to get the stoplight effect before trying to get this guy, because he's a quick little bugger. Oops. So we can stop him from moving with that. He goes if we allow him. And now we can get the midget effect, like so. And we can get out of this creepy place. We can explore up here, but that will lead to a place called Hell. And I don't want to explore that just yet. I want to wait for that until there's something else that I have planned for today. Now that we've got the midget effect, we can technically go back to the dream within the dream, and I can show you the sequence that I want to show you, but I don't want to do that just yet because I want to also get the lamp effect and the knife effect today, because both of those are going to be instrumental in doing things in the future. So first things first, let's get the lamp effect by... there's our bicycle. I searched high and low for you, and I finally found you. Alright, so the lamp effect is in the lamp world. And that's not the world where we got the umbrella effect. That's actually called the... what do you call that? The, puddle world. That's the one. Anyway, now this wall here, it's not doing it now. See how it's got a smiley face? There is a percentage of a chance, and I'm not sure what percentage per se, but there's a percentage of a chance that this will look different. In fact, it won't be smiling, it'll have like a face, and making the face like you can see me. Now you need, in that instance there, you can activate the event that's in this world, and that is the... let's see here, what is it? That is the... I don't want to talk about that event, but you have to stab it with a knife and then you can go through it. But only if it's got that, if it's looking like it was. Not looking just then. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Give me a moment. Alright, sorry about that. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but here is the lamp guy. I walked right through him, it seemed. And now we have the lamp effect. Very nice. Now with that, we can light ourselves up in the... whatever you call that, dark world, and we can find the knife effect. So let's do that next. Knife effect, here we come. We are kicking butt this episode. Let's get our lamp effect. Which one's the dark one? That's this one down here. All right. There we are. And I'm going to keep this on, and I will search around for this knife effect. I think I know where it is, and then I'll meet you back when we find it. Here we are. Here's the knife effect. And there we go. We have the knife effect. Yippee! So that's all the effects that I wanted to get today. There's probably going to be some more that we might be able to get, but I want to show you a specific sequence. There it is. And you can see it got dark because we took the lamp off. Alright, now where do I want to go? Oh yeah, I need to go back to the dream within the dream, so let's see if we can get that. We might have to try a few times before we get to that. Well, let's give it a try. Get in there, dream within the dream. Get off my bicycle first. Alright, yep, I'm gonna have to pinch myself. I'll be back when we get to it. There we go, dream within the dream. Let's get on our bicycle and head down to the fire. The blazing corridor, as it's aptly named. And there we will put it out. Let's douse it here. And you can also, I guess I could show you, you can douse it with the snow lady too. I don't want it to be snowing right now. Now, if you remember this from last episode, there was a door above where you got the poop hair up there, and I didn't go to it. I didn't even really acknowledge it, but I didn't go to it on purpose because you need the midget effect to go through the whole thing. Otherwise, you'll just get stuck, and then we'd have to come back, and that's stupid. Now, here we are on a spaceship, and I just blew past this thing. And, oh, it's gone. So, see, now we are stuck in here, I guess. So we're on the spaceship for good. So if you go back, you can't come back to where you were before. And this guy is, I think he's Masada, and you look at his eyes, they are crooked. They're like googly eyes, that sort of thing. And he plays the piano. How very clever is that? Yeah, so some people speculate that perhaps this character was Madatsuki's piano teacher. Or somebody close to her. But they do speculate that he's someone close to her because she feels safe around him or something, some nonsense like that. I don't know how I feel about him. I have my own suspicions on what he could represent. But let's get in here. Now we're going to go into the dream within the dream. Within the dream. Inception much? Here it should get dark. It should keep getting dark unless I did it wrong. Yeah, so let's just wait. I'm going to let it get completely dark. And I'm not going to move for just a second because I don't want to do this too early. Ah, there we go. You hear that? There's an alarm going off. So once you hear that, I think you're safe to get out of the bed. And it appears as though we're crashing. Oh no! And he seems frantic. See how he's moving around a lot more quickly? And his sounds are more high-pitched. So it appears as though we're crashing, and then you see this sequence here. Which is us crashing to what appears to be Mars, maybe? That's what people say it is. It's Mars. Another planet. So now he's here. And now you listen to that now. He doesn't move anymore. Oh, he does. Liar. Make a liar out of me, will ya? But his sound is even lower than before, I believe. And so people speculate that after this wreck, he became sad. So that could represent something there. And here we can go down this way. Now over here is where we will need the midget effect. So let's get on our bicycle so we're not taking forever and a day. Here we are. We'll come through this way. And over here there should be a hill to where we can only get to... This is the only place... You can only get in this place with the midget effect. And that's the sentence I was trying to say. Because it's too small. So if you try to interact with it or anything, you'll notice there's just a little hole and you can't get through it. So, like, what does that mean? I don't know. But with the midget effect, we can turn small. Now, it's interesting, the midget effect, because when you press 1 to activate the effect, you get another Madatsuki, and a third one, and a fourth one. And I think you can get 7. Yeah, so it won't let you do any more than 7. And when you press 3, one dies. This turns into a little pool of blood. And we only need 1 to get through here. Now you can hear this music is sad and not altogether unpleasant. So here is a very interesting scene. Now this appears to be a train wreck of some sort, I think. And there's this guy who could be phallic in nature, and you can see that he's crying. He just seems really sad. And so this does look like a train wreck. I'm not really sure what else it could be. And so he seems really sad. So some people think that maybe Masada Sensei, or the piano teacher guy that we just saw up there in the spaceship, maybe he was in an accident. Or maybe Madatsuki was in an accident and she was close to him. And so, you know, there's some sadness going on there. I have my own speculations on what this can mean, and we'll talk about that later. But when you... And see, now that is a very important clue there, because when you interact with this guy, listen very carefully, you hear a piano tune. And that is a very clear indication that this symbol here, this image, represents that piano teacher that was on the spaceship. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a dead end, and there's nowhere else to go. So we appear to be stuck. I'm going to try to go back up to the top. And take a note here that it took a dream within a dream within a dream. I can't get out. I might be able to get out if I turn small, but then we'll just have to go back to where we were, and that's not gonna do anything. Uh-oh. My thing got stuck. There we go. What was that about? So as I was saying, I wanted you to take note. Yeah, you're stuck in here. Can you pinch yourself as little Madatsuki? I don't want to pinch myself, because I don't want to wake back up. But anyway, I keep getting distracted. It took us going deeper, even deeper into our dreams to get to this scene, and I think that's important. And we have the knife effect, don't we? So that's what she looks like when you press 1, she just switches it. And does she do anything when you press 3? No. So I'm gonna do something this episode. I wasn't planning on doing it this episode, but I think we have some time to do it. In the number world, as I was talking about earlier before we got the lamp effect, is that wall. Now this is a very disturbing scene, and I would recommend those of you that are queasy to maybe turn it off here. It's not like super scary, but it's just really eerie, and the symbolism is very strong in this thing. So I'm just giving you a little viewer discretion, be advised. But that wall that I just walked to, it needs to look a certain way, and if it looks the way that it's supposed to look, then we can proceed. So let's take a look at the wall once again. It's all the way to the far right, and he's smiling there. I'm gonna try one more time, and then I might have to pinch myself. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but we're gonna give that a try. I'm gonna keep going until it looks the way it's supposed to look, and then I'll see you when I see ya. All right, here we go. I've finally gotten it. It only took a bazillion tries, but I did it. Now what we need to do is get the knife effect out, and I want you to take note of this picture here. Now, viewer discretion is advised, so I have said it. We're going to be talking about some dark things here. Now, you see, it's a face. It looks really sad now, and there is a zipper in between what appears to be a leg and a hand. Now, we'll stab it. Oh, that's not how you stab it. How do you stab with this? Is it... There we go. So, yeah, I know, that's really creepy sounding. You stab it, and that's what happens. It opens up a door through the zipper. Okay? And we come to a stairwell where we will meet a curious character. Oh my gosh. Am I? Okay. There we go. It's this guy. His name's QQ-kun, I think. And he rubs the pole faster when you have the knife effect out, I believe. Or it rubs it slower when you have the knife effect out, and faster when you have the cat effect. And we don't have the cat effect, so I can't demonstrate that, but... yeah. Looks like he's rubbing slower. So, anyway. He appears to be phallic in nature, and so people suggest that perhaps Madatsuki was assaulted sexually. And... anyway, I'll show you the sequence through the door, and we'll talk a little bit about it before we say goodbye, but here we go. Soon this will be finished, and she'll wake up out from her bed. Yeah, so now we're actually awake. We can't use our effects or anything. See? And that is the only thing that will actually wake Madatsuki up from her dreams. Now, that event is called Face, I believe, and because it looks like a face in there, it's a very unpleasant scene. I don't really care for it too much, but you know what else is unpleasant? Being sexually assaulted. And I think that's something that's, happens too often enough that we don't talk about it. If that makes any sense. What I'm trying to say is I think that happens way more than we talk about it. And it's something that we shouldn't be hiding deep down in the recesses of our psyche. It's something that we should be talking out with somebody close to us, because that sort of thing happens to people, and it's really frustrating to know that it's so rampant and we don't talk about it enough. So I just wanted to use that little time to raise some awareness on that. It is a big deal, but I just want to encourage you, if there's something like that that's happened to you, speak up about it, and, find somebody you trust and you can confide in and talk to them about it. Because the person who made this game, it's hard to believe that this was made all by chance, and all of the imagery and all of that was just kind of thrown together, and it just kind of means stuff. It's kind of hard to believe that happened, and it's more likely that the person who made this game was venting in some way, trying to communicate, possibly. And maybe I'm stretching and reaching for straws, but it's a possibility. Anyway, people believe that Madatsuki was sexually assaulted in her life, and it led to, her other things that may have happened to her. And I personally believe in my theory of this game that it was that piano teacher that we found in the spaceship. And there are reasons for that, and we'll talk about those when we do other events. There are some more that are pretty disturbing, equally disturbing, if not more. But anyway, that's all for this episode. I hate to leave on such a dark note, but if you enjoyed it, then stick around and join me next time for more Yume Nikki. And that's all for this episode. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.